Now, a media conference is being held in Parliament House today. It's going to be pretty busy there today with a number of media conferences and Parliament sitting. This is the second last week of the year. The Master Builders Association is holding a media conference now.
To run the very many building and subcontracting businesses that provide the vast majority of the jobs and apprenticeships in construction. We know what the culture is like. We see and experience it every day. We see building union officials seeking to control our industry and putting their own interests ahead of workers and the community. This drives up the cost of our schools, our hospitals and our roads, and everybody foots the bill, taxpayers and the community. We need to remove the unacceptable behaviours that are commonplace in the construction industry and which would not be tolerated in any other workplace. Construction industry workers deserve the same level of protection from bullying behaviours in the workplace that occur on a daily basis and which are regularly exposed in our courts. It is not on and it must be stopped. All we want is for construction sites to be like normal workplaces. We want building unions to behave like normal unions and for its officials to behave like normal people. We seek no more and we expect no less than normal law-abiding behaviour. We want to build the things that our community needs, to grow our industry, to train tomorrow's tradies and provide rewarding jobs for the 1 in 10 who currently depend on us for employment. That is why we need the ABCC. It worked before and it'll work again. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dan. Can I just reinforce Dan's call for the return of the ABCC? These unlawful behaviours are simply unacceptable. The community deserves better. We call on the Senate to pass the ABCC bills.
Does the passage of the Registered Organisations Commission legislation augur well, in your view?
So we are very much encouraged by the passing of the bill. Similarly, the Registered Organisation Bill will be an important measure for the building and construction industry. But it needs to be complemented by the more important bill that we see for contractors, which is the Australian Building Construction Commission.
How much of an issue do you think it is there may be some builders who've signed up to enterprise agreements that may not be compliant with the new building code? Is that going to be an issue? Does there need to be a change around that building code and its retrospective application?
Look, we're aware that there are some concerns by some contractors who have signed what will become non-complying enterprise agreements, but we are confident that the industry is able to comply with the 2014 code, so we're very confident that the contractors will be able to comply in going forward. So we don't see the issue of retrospectivity being a major issue, but accept the fact that for some contractors it will be.
What will happen to those contractors? Will they have to renegotiate and strike a new agreement?
Look, I can't comment on individual EBAs, but there are provisions where they can comply, and we would encourage those contractors to comply.
Do you think the prospect of amendments being put forward by various members of the prospect, Senator Zenton, Senator Hinch, are you concerned at all by any of these flagged amendments, including provisions?
The proposed amendments by the various crossbench senators is a matter between the government and those respective crossbench senators. We're aware that the government is working actively in talking through those amendments, and it's really up to the government to deal with those matters. Thank you.
Okay, it looks like that's just about wrapped up there for the moment. That was the Master Builders Association holding media conference there at Parliament House in Canberra. As I mentioned, very busy down there at Parliament House today with the second last week of sittings and a number of events on, and the government keen to get that Australian Building and Construction Commission legislation through the House after it was successful with the Registered Organisations legislation the other night. We'll see how that pans out over the next couple of weeks. I'll just mention that we're waiting for the Prime Minister to speak at an event